This, I had to say something about this. I got a, well, you might have gotten this too. There's like some Facebook spam ad. Says like, what was it? Press your, enter your email or something for Preamps Explained. And it looks like it's from Jay-Z Microphones, which are these really fancy looking microphones. They're pretty expensive, like $1,000 something. Some neat looking microphones. Very unique shapes. If you guys get a chance to see them, maybe I'll pull up their website. But I'm hoping this is fair use. You know, you had to sign an email to get this thing. Maybe I shouldn't be showing it. I'm not sure how this even works. But so basically, you know, you guys, I think a lot of you know how I feel about mic preamp claims and all the magic about this one or that one, and the differences that people pretend they can hear, but most of the time they can't. But this one's called Preamps Explained, a practical guide to understanding preamp types, styles, and technology, and choose the right preamp for your studio. Oh wow, why is this ringing so much? Maybe we have to put some more foam or something in here. So this is, I guess this tells you the type of different types of preamps. Here's the thing, like, to me, why would you want different kinds of preamps? You'd want different. Some people say they want them because they have different flavors. I don't think that they actually know that. I think maybe they believe it, but what would a flavor be exactly? But you know, another difference between mic preamps might be, and this was true not so long ago, like you have one that's really noisy, one that distorts, one that doesn't have enough gain to actually make it to tape loud enough. Maybe you have one that's not very flat, and maybe the bandwidth is really limited. But with most mic preamps today, you got plenty of gain to get there, unless, you know, like I'm speaking through an RE20, and I think this one's turned all the way up to get it where it is right now. So yeah, maybe there could be some more gain. That's a spec. They're all pretty quiet. Even the crappiest really aren't that noisy. And in fact, a lot of the crappiest mic preamps today aren't as noisy as some of the most sought after mic preamps ever made. Go ahead and measure that. I have. I've published the results, and I can back that up. Most mic preamps today are pretty damn flat, and the bandwidth is plenty enough. So what really are the differences you're looking for? Maybe one has phantom power and one doesn't. But, you know, aside from the basic stuff, is there really any difference? And so, you know, entire industries and entire forums and entire gurus are founded on claimed differences between mic preamps. And if you dare ask, you know, what are these differences? Well, you see pages and pages of people talking about differences. Here's a recent forum post at the Gear page, and you know, I dared to ask, for you guys thinking you were hearing these drastic differences here, have you actually run a scope through any of these and are able to actually quantify any of what you're hearing? And of course, we're not going to see any actual answers to that. So, and this is how it always is. See, so it's always going to be a deflection. It's going to be about you. They're not ever going to actually make a claim. In fact, let me just say. Anyhow, so anyways, yeah, you know my style. So these guys are saying different kinds of mic preamps, and it's kind of neat because there is a little bit of history here. So he starts with vintage preamps, and this is what all you guys slobber over and you pretend are so magical and stuff and will pay crazy money for. Solid state transformer. These are among the most widely cloned and made preamps available on the market today. An original will set you back a large amount of money. but competent clones vary in similar sonic characteristics. All aim for one particular sound, a warm, harmonically rich, and weighted pairing with all JZ microphones and mics in general. Okay, really? Can you back that up? Can you run a scope and let's maybe an impulse? Let's see about those harmonics. You can measure harmonics. So does harmonically rich mean that this thing distorts more than you would expect it to? What is warm? What does warm mean? What does weighted pairing mean? Let's see. Low budget options or brands, blah, blah, blah. Golden Age Audio employ similar components at every stage, whereas similar brands are not utilized as blah, blah, blah. Higher budget options, something, something. It's impossible to recreate the exact same qualities of the original designs. However, Stam have possibly come the closest, and Heritage have a growing reputation. Okay, if you can afford the AMS Neve brand, then of course they are an obvious option. However, they are expensive, and clones have become so close that for a slightly lower price, you can achieve a very close quality and sound. What do you mean by quality and sound? What are you seeing that's different? Are you saying that the cheaper ones are noisier? They're not as harmonically rich? I'd like you to show me that harmonically rich. Now, I've measured mic preamps that distort, and in general, I mean, you can purposely distort mic preamps. I mean, back in the day, you didn't necessarily have that master volume, so you couldn't just go cranking the mic gain and turn down the line to tape. You were turning it. I don't see in regular use how you're seeing this stuff. Tube preamps. Valves have a very particular sound. When run cold, low input, high output, they have a glisten and shimmer to the sound and add subtle harmonics that impart an expensive and polished sound. Depending on the tube and the point at which the breakup and distortion starts, I don't know, it doesn't even actually make sense. Okay, so tubes have a very particular sound. What is that? What is that particular sound? What is it? What can we measure? We can measure distortion, we can measure noise, we can measure bandwidth, and we can measure frequency response. What exactly are we going there? Now, they have a glisten and a shimmer to the sound that adds subtle harmonics. Really? Now, as guitar players, we all know, yeah, you do crank the hell out of tubes to get distortion out of them, right? Go on and do that with the mic preamp. Take a line, plug it into something with the line input that you can turn down, and crank the hell out of that thing until you distort that tube, and then turn down the line. And tell me, is that what you want for your vocal mic, for your snare mic? I don't think so. Let's see if there's anything. Vintage preamps, British. Higher budget options go as extreme as you expect, but Universal Audio's 6176 tube preamp comes in a stereo model and a lower budget option of the Solo 610, both of which are faithful to the early days of the company and encompass the sound of their heritage. What is that sound? Do we have any numbers? Is there anything? Any data here? Transparent preamps. Lastly, in the main three types are transparent linear preamps, most commonly found in typical interfaces in today's market. However, to cover it again, there are three most commonly used chips found in nearly all preamps, making them all similar to each other. Some, however, have slightly more to them in the higher end of the spectrum, and even mid-level have extras like the 3rd Gen Scarlett with added air control to each preamp channel. The same rule applies to most 8 preamp expansion channel strips like the Ultra Gain from Behringer, featuring Midas preamps revered in the audio industry for their clean sound and precision. Others, like the Audient line, have built-in JFET line-ins, which are incredible line-level options for DI recording instruments like guitars. Focusrite has a transformer. The Warm Audio range has an API 312 clone. So are these guys saying that APIs don't have a flavor, that they're just clean. Yeah, there's a lot of claims here, and yet no numbers. We really don't see any. I don't see. They make a lot of claims about things sounding different, but there's nothing here. It's just another magical claim. This whole God of the Gaps thing. Where's these differences hiding? So people want to separate you from your money.